And today we have one of these days that I really look forward to this stuff. This will finish this project and I'll be able to install the wheel back on the bike, assuming I don't have a catastrophic meltdown here. But a couple of things I'd like to mention that I think will help people, especially in this cold weather. Now we shut the heat off in the house at night, we lower it, so everything is cold here. So what I want to do before I do anything is warm this up a little bit. The reason is I don't want to have the tape make a ratty edge, or in the worst of all scenarios, pick up some paint. I'd like not to have that happen. So always a good idea, once tape is warm, remember cold tape sticks. Warm tape, pull it up. So what I'm going to do, I pull the backmasking tape first carefully. Again, I don't want to scratch anything. But this is the part of the job that when I used to do construction work for that wonderful part of my life when I was rebuilding houses, we always had the saying that it's the day you put the switch plates in. All spackling's done, everything's painted, the rugs are in. The last thing you put those switch plates in and wow, stand back and look at it. Well, today is the day we put the switch plates in. Now, Luciano found me some stuff on the internet today. I looked at it this morning. And what happened, just so all my friends know, we have a chaotic weekend coming up for a lot of reasons, personal reasons. And what's going to happen is, well, I wanted to get this back out into the garage just for my own peace of mind. So what I did is I got up super early this morning so I could get this started. I have guests coming over that are staying over the weekend and everything. So I really just wanted to get this out of the way, clear the deck a little bit. But the big thing, I always like to share the last little bit of a job like this. Because what happens is, a lot of people don't ever start a big job because they can't finish it in one day, or 2 days, or a week. And what I find is, over the years, I've learned to accept the fact that a lot of these things just go on for a very long time. Like Vlad's Bomota is just, it's going on forever, but boy is it coming out nice. And in the end, you know, I like it to come out nice more than anything else. That's always the goal. Now all of this tape, I just don't want it to leave any extra residue if I can help it. I want to get a nice start on it. If you go backwards to where all the strips overlap, and boy was it a bear pit now, that last piece of 1/8 inch tape, because it's in a little valley and I don't have nice little delicate fingers. So that was kind of a challenge. And I can hear some people saying, you can just go to AutoZone, get a roll of tape. Yeah, you can, you know. But then you're limited to what color you have, assuming you want to have one of the colors they have. And the other thing, it looks like tape. This, because I put 3 coats of clear on it last night, this has, I can actually buff it out a little bit this morning. Be excited to do that. Now, this is the part. The reason anything that leaves the paint edge, I use this blue tape. And the reason for using this blue tape, you get a really, we got a new one here. New tape, blue tape, nice edge. That's served me well over the years. Now I've got to look for the joint here. And these joints come out so small that you can hardly see them. But this is another, just one of those things. And I've seen some wheel stripes on bikes that I thought, wow, I wonder if this guy was having a vodka while he was putting this on. I don't know. This truly is the day we put the switch plates on. And once I get this mounted out on a bike, And because this is fresh tape and it made a nice edge, this, now you really feel, I feel really good, like all the time I spent on this was well invested. Again, if we were doing this in the middle of the summer, I'd just take the wheel outside, put it in the sun for a half an hour. And this tire was a monster amount. Wow, 16-inch Pirelli tires are like iron. They were, I couldn't get the temperature up yesterday. But I think we're going to go back to using a heat box. Sometimes I just have to backpedal a little bit, even though I try stuff. But the whole idea of this is to try it. And to try to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And then share it if possible. Now this is the nicest thing. When you get to this point, it's switch plates. Now you can really get some idea of how that's coming out. Wow. Now what I'm going to do is just, and I'll do it off camera, I'm just going to take by hand and buff this out so that I don't have that sharp edge. In fact, I'll demonstrate here. I hear the phone ringing, but probably another bill collector coming up. And this is, well, oh, it's Glenn. Glenn, I'll call you right back. I'm shooting video. See how nice this is? Wow, we got a new jar of polish. Look at this. It is Glenn. Wow. Okay, so here's what I wanted to share. I don't want to sand it. I just want to take a little bit of silver polish just to break the edge and work that in there. And this is the kind of thing I could watch TV, or I could, you know, watch MotoGP while I'm doing this. But this will just break the edge. Oh, perfect. Because this paint is really only about, well, less than a day old. And I've heard all these things from people that really truly are experts and own body shops and everything, that you can't buff the paint out at certain times and you can buff it out at certain times and under certain shop conditions and humidity conditions. But the problem is every time I paint something, the humidity's different, the shop conditions are different. I'm different. It's just pathetic, but we do what a lot of people, I guess it slips by a little bit anyway. And again, it doesn't matter. We're using Blue Magic, but it doesn't matter what kind of polish you use. And I've said it before, toothpaste is okay. All these high expensive things, yeah, they're good, but in relation to the price, I'm not sure. Now this is really inexpensive polish that I get at AutoZone, and I found it to be as good as the $30 stuff. Maybe even a little bit better, I don't know. I'm not sure. Since I'm not selling any of it, I can be relatively honest. So this is all I'm going to do to this. I'm just going to clean this edge up. I'll call Glenn back. Again, this is just a crazy day. It's a lot of personal stuff going on that I have no control over, but I wanted to get this mounted today. I think I'll have time. You never know. Now, if you go back to the original video where this wheel came off the track bike, it was in pretty rough shape. I think right now, you can figure yourself if it's worth it. It's really all in the eye of the beholder.